Fleetwood Terry 37W, big sucker here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Front bedroom, rear middle walk-through bathroom with a full rear bunkhouse and big living room super slide. She is huge. They're calling it a 37-footer. I'm going to believe every bit of it, maybe a bit more. And this is one of those instances, guys, where our ethics and morals and code of conduct here is really going to save someone from having a really bad time. This is not perfect, but the defects that it has are not things that you can easily see. They're not things that a camera can easily see. But we're not a shifty, shady, buy it and fly it dealership. We give you better information so you can make a better educated decision with your money. Because someone's going to see something like this for, I don't know, it's probably going to come in under $5,000, and you're going to be like, 37-foot trailer under $5,000 laminated. Wow, I got to jump all over this deal. Well, you know, there's reasons for it. So first of all, over here we've got a huge awning. It's so large that we actually have a center support over here. This rear entry door is mostly here for fire code. It's actually kind of like a jump door for the bunkhouse. And interestingly, on the inside, you'll notice that on the inside it's actually blocked by a dinette, by a miniature kids dinette table. And really what that door is there for is like bicycle garage loading, stuff like that. Or you can leave the table pulled out and use it like a come and go door for the kids' bunkhouse. Now inside, again, at a glance, you're gonna look at this and be like, hot dog, man, I found the deal. I got the one that's just fantastic. Because at a glance, this is sharp. But here's the thing. This slide is completely not sealed right now. This was built when slides were still relatively in their infancy. And Fleetwood was an excellent manufacturer. I'm absolutely not bashing Fleetwood. We were a huge Fleetwood dealer for years. They made awesome product. But slides were new, and they didn't know how you had to seal them properly for long-term ownership. What they did worked great short-term, but it didn't hold up long-term. For instance, they actually did not ever do anything to seal the bottom of this because they thought, well, rain falls down. How's rain ever going to come in from the bottom? Well, water finds a way sometimes. So a little bit of water penetrated around the slide out here, and this laminated wall has kind of seen some water damage. Like this whole area, if you listen, it's kind of crispy. Now when you look down here, you can actually see where the wall panel's been busted out, and it is literally exposed to the elements outdoors. I understand that is an instant disqualifier for most people, and I do not blame you, and that is why I've gone out of my way to show you this thing that I guess we'll just go ahead and call like a handyman or mechanic special. But guys, you got to understand the age of this RV and the size, what you're getting out of it. You know, there's still a lot of trailer here. There's still some uses if someone's kind of handy. There's some easy things they could do to kind of patch and correct and make this kind of limp through a few more years for them for a very low dollar. Now, the original gas electric fridge has given up the ghost, but they did a nice job of framing this up and replacing this with an electric only replacement. And a huge floor plan like this is kind of what I call a pretend park model. This is you know, before the Jayco bungalows and stuff like that of the world, this is kind of what you got for these huge long-term extended stay RVs. You know, while I'm pointing this way, let's go ahead and finish up the front end. Little, like, I don't know, curio cabinet, knick-knack cabinet, because this was built before we had to have these giant HD TVs and everything. Huge sofa. This is actually a very long super slide. And this is a classic individual floating chair. I think Fleetwood always, the guys that referred to it as something like Dad's chair or something like that, which if I said it, I'd be, somebody on the internet's going to yell that I'm being some kind of chauvinistic pig. I didn't come up with a name of it. That's just what it was called at the time. Times change. Don't yell at me. So front bedroom up here, you've got dual sliding pocket doors, front walk around bed. Looking around in the front, actually the front looks to be, you know, has stood the test of time pretty well. Now, I haven't gone over every single nut, bolt, and widget with a fine-tooth comb, but overall, at this point, if a completely exposed, unsealed super slide isn't scaring you, like, I can hear the lawnmower outside right now, standing here. I don't know if that's translating to video, but I can hear motors running. I can hear a helicopter flying overhead right now. I can't stress enough the severity of that and how important that needs to be to someone. This is not the RV for the first time RV owner. And remember that I've gone way out of my way to stress that. We are trying to be super forward, super fair about this, so you know exactly what you're getting and what you're not getting for your money. The middle bathroom here is just enormous. Now we've got a classic corner shower with garden tub, a nice little corner seating area there. Looks like the shower fixture has found its way to the floor in transit. Now, the reason for these big middle bathrooms was stuff like this, these extra huge closets, which you hear all the time. People say, you know, my old camper had a lot more storage than these new campers. Remember, this is 37 feet, people. You know, a lot of newer campers with quad bunk floor plans, they're in the 29-foot range. Well, something had to go. Now, with this mirror here, you're going to get to see my chicken legs. Anyway, here's that dinette with that funny little door I was telling you about. Again, that's mostly like a cargo loading door if you want to throw the kids' bikes in here. And a couple bunks, kids' own little closet in the back. You know, there's a lot of trailers still left here, but due to just how involved slide issues can be, we're just going to put a mechanic special price tag, get it out of here. We like to have something for every budget. In our neck of the woods where we live here, because a lot of people on YouTube, you know, it's hard to understand anything that's not relative to your location. Here in, you know, we live almost right next to where almost all RVs are built in the Midwest. And there's a lot of like factory techs and whatnot who have the ability to do little fixes on things like this, or there's carpenters or things like that. You know, people who can do some small, simple fixes to band-aid something long enough to get their money's worth out of it without having to buy a $15,000 new trailer here. You know, something in the $5,000 used range can work for them. So, you know, we try to have something for every budget. This one, unfortunately, you know, Mother Nature got to this one a little more than I would have liked. But at least you know, we're not going to lie to you. We're going to shoot you straight. It's the only way I know how to shoot. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.